It's
It's
Tour Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The Tuesday that Tara counts us down, and we still can't do it in sync.
And we even practiced.
We did.
Good thing we know how to sell real estate.
Yeah, because we're not getting a job in television intros. That's for sure.
So don't forget, you want to share our page.
And like our page.
Comments.
And subscribe.
We did it.
We did it. Yay!
Hey.
We're getting better at that.
Have to do that.
Oh, also, we should probably tag as well. Tag who we're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Let's
we're going to
do
talk
that.
about a couple of businesses today.
We are. And this is what we're going to start doing from here on out. So any local businesses who would like to participate in this, we would like to share your information on our site because we do get a lot of activity, a lot of people viewing. And so we want to talk about our local because we want to really help our local businesses and restaurants to, you know, to make it through COVID and make sure they're still around when we're able to, you know, get back out in full force.
Yeah, we realize that there isn't a good place to find a lot of the local business websites where people might be able to call in and order, or they might be able to order right online, right? And so we wanted to start highlighting that for people, get that up on our website, and then mention some of the things that local businesses are doing here. If you're a local business, get a hold of us. Tara already invited you to participate, but if you're a local business, get a hold of us. And if you want, we will bring you on Tour Tuesday and you can tell people what you're doing for the holiday season, right? And you can get exposure to Tour Tuesday. Tour Tuesday reaches thousands of people every week. So come join us. We're happy to have you on.
Be our guest.
Be our
Be
guest.
our guest. Be our guest. Okay, we'll stick to selling rights. So the first restaurant we're going to talk about is one that we love.
Yes.
Red Rock Canyon. And funny enough, they usually, not always, so please do not hold them to this, but they do have campaigns every once in a while where they're doing a 15% off.
Yeah.
And they do that on Tuesdays sometimes, which is why we thought we should mention it.
Yeah. We often get takeout from them on Tuesdays and stuff when they do their 15% deal. We get takeout from them all the time, but yeah, super. And if you have not eaten at Red Rock,
missing out.
Good stuff.
Coconut shrimp.
Yeah. Prime rib. Their prime rib is amazing.
It is.
You'd think I could remember what a prime rib is called, but the prime rib is absolutely amazing. Super, super yummy.
So check them out. Don't hold them to the 15%. That's a promo that they do every once in a while. Yeah. But it's a great place that you can either do order takeout. You can go into the restaurant too at this particular point. So yeah, check them out.
Links will be in the show notes for you so that you can just click and go straight to their website. If that's what you need to, we'll put some contact information. If you need to call them, we'll put a phone number in there for you too. Easy to get a hold of them. Call Red Rock. Yeah. Get some prime rib.
They rock.
Feel that tummy.
And then the business we thought we'd talk about was, we were on this car rally. It was a really great car rally on Saturday. And it was for Hospice Quinte. So we really appreciated going out and raising money for hospice. And we had a great time. It was COVID friendly. Tom and I drove around and had to figure out clues on our own. Usually we have a car full of people helping us, but we did it all on our own.
Shout out to Shelby and the team for putting together such a great event.
And Shannon, they did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
And it really worked out for hospice. And one of the stops that we went to was Live, Love, and Laugh. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know where Live, Love, and Laugh is, take a look at the link below. It'll give you all the information. And their Christmas stuff is coming out. So
yeah.
If you don't know, and you are as huge a fan of Christmas as I am, we have our very own Christmas store in Belleville. And it's at Live, Love, and Laugh.
Yeah.
Love it.
There's a big Christmas fan.
We're decorating November 1st this year. I don't care what anybody says. 2 months of joy.
She's laying down the gauntlet. I just dare you to tell me you can't. I'm doing it. Nobody stops Tara. Nobody puts Tara in the corner.
Usually we wait till after my birthday because it's mid-November. So, I'm not waiting this year. because I just decided for my birthday, we get to do Christmas early. Yeah. And that actually leads to something we're going to be doing this Christmas, kind of like what we did with Halloween. We're going to be doing Christmas tree decorations, and we're going to have a promo and a thing going on for that.
Contest on that one?
Contest on that, yeah.
On that note, the Halloween one is almost done. Today's the 27th. It ends on the 31st. If you have not gone to our page and voted,
It actually ends on the 30th, Tom. It ends on the 30th.
Ends on the 30th.
We have to promote it and we have to announce it on the 31st.
Fine. So it ends on the 30th. Get your votes in before the 31st. Get them in by the 30th. Vote which door you like the most, and post yours. Don't forget to get a picture of your home up and post yours so that we can vote on it. And we've mentioned it 100 times, but we're giving $100 to charity for whichever one of our doors win, and then another $100 to charity for whichever door our clients or participants submit. And you get to pick the charity for the one that, if you win, and whichever one of us wins gets to pick.
That was charity. Really clear.
I'm super clear for everybody. I understood it all in my head.
That's great.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What else we got?
Market. Let's talk real estate.
Let's talk real estate on the Tuesday.
So I was talking with a client last night doing that CMA, and they were told by her sister that she's in Oshawa, and her agent's telling her that the market's going to come down 30%. That's what they're telling. So she called them and said, you need to list ASAP because you're going to lose 30%. And I'm like, you're not losing 30% here. No. And I said, I can't speak to other areas, but I can tell you what Phil Soper, our president and CEO of Royal LePage Across the Country, is saying. And there's no 30%. At least I didn't hear him say 30% anywhere, Tom. Did you?
No, not even close. Right? Like, he's only expecting a slowdown in the market, and maybe if there's a price change in some of the larger centers, only a couple points at most, right? Like, it's like, and Phil's never wrong. Like, it's because it's not Phil doing it, right? Like, we talk to all the major economists, then we do our own private research, right? Like, and we have so much data to pull out too from what's happening in the market. And the reality is that first-time home buyers are coming out and taking advantage of the condo market in Toronto. So there was a 5% decrease in that market, but no decrease in price, right? Or 5% increase in market, in the condo market, right? And then the rest of the market did 10% in Toronto, 10% increase in Toronto, still going up. That's right in the height of COVID, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he says it's not there. They expected in Toronto, the condo market, that it might have declined, but what nobody had realized was the impact of international students. How many international students do you think study in Canada in a year? Lots. 800,000.
800.
They add $21 billion of revenue to the Canadian economy every year.
Wow.
Coming in just to study and then going back home in the summer.
Was that this year too, though, Tom? That was a question that, yeah.
They still came back this year because the universities told them they had to come back and they had to study. They had to study here, right? Because the universities opened, right? And so they came back, and they still needed places to stay. They still needed places to rent.
So they started buying up the Airbnbs and everything that people were selling because of COVID, and they couldn't rent out. They started selling them, and that's what they were buying.
That's what they're buying. So the market didn't change. You know, the Canadian government has told they're still committed to doing high levels of immigration, which we usually do. They slowed down for COVID, but that's to pick up again, right? So there's nothing on the radar that would indicate that real estate is going to have this massive decline that some people have talked about. And he did deal with the CMHC and how they got their data. And he said, sure, if you looked at the data, the way that I can see how they looked at it, where we had this big spike drop when COVID first hit, but he said the demand never changed for the product. It's just that people couldn't buy during that time because most places shut down the business. Defaults on mortgages are at a record low. Right? The people that deferred their mortgages had the highest credit rating and capability to pay. So like it's like none of the things that you would be concerned about with the market exist. So where this person's saying that there's going to be a 30% decline, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know where that agent's get. The only thought I had is what I said to Tom is maybe that particular person, because we're all independent, is seeing that decline, right?
Yeah. So instead of taking fact, they're just taking current personal experience.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not a good way to give advice.
We have not seen that. So anyway, and I always preface it by saying we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Like with COVID, we just don't know, right? It's unprecedented, but we do have 8 months behind us now. And
employment is going back up again.
Yeah.
Right. So we had the decline that was there, but employment is going back up again.
And that's with our numbers going up.
Yeah.
Interest rates are really at an all-time low. I don't ever remember seeing them as low as they are right now.
What did I hear? 1.99 for 1.99 or less than 1.99?
I think I heard at one point. So if you are thinking of buying, this is really the time. If you're remortgaging, this is the time. The interest rates are crazy low, and we can set you up with a mortgage broker of we have lots to choose from, so we can help you see who's the right fit for you. We can help you with that.
Fall market is starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, so fall market. Yeah, just a little bit. A lot of people aren't listing as much right now because closing dates are usually 30 to 60 days or 90 days. So people are starting to think about Christmas and not wanting to move during that time, especially this year. And it's a little bit different, but it's still an active market. We still are having lots of competing offers. So if you are thinking of selling, it is still a good time. And that's a number one question I've been getting. I know you've probably been getting it too, Julie, is when should we list? And I'm saying right now, anytime, even during the slow months, because we have buyers out there that are just waiting for homes to come on. And so I really foresee, while it'll be a little bit slower, we're still going to have lots of activity over the winter this year.
Absolutely. Still,
and that might
active buyers for sure. Absolutely.
And that's a good point. Just because we say that fall market is slowing down, that is not implying that it is a slow market.
Nor a decrease in price.
Yeah, nor a decrease. That is just like we have these two spikes that occur naturally every year in the spring and the fall, right? And just the natural cycle of the market continues throughout the year. And that's all we're talking about here. We're not talking about it being a slow market.
And this year it's been a little more even just because it's just been nonstop since May.
Yeah, spring got shifted. It shifted into summer because of the way things went.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
That's it. Tour Tuesday.
Out.